Okay, I had the wrong microphone piece in. My bad. Okay. Greetings, Tawanda. Hey, sis. How are you? Okay. All right. So let's make sure I put the names in the list. Excuse me. I'm pretty good. Enjoying my last day off before I go back to work tomorrow, child. Okay. Yeah, let's tap in. Okay, so I got the list of everyone's names so far. Hey, sis. Greetings. Happy Sunday, everybody. Happy Sunday, all. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to enjoy it. I had a long ass live today. I didn't expect it to be that long, but hey, I can't complain. We gotta go with the divine flow of things. Can't complain. All right, so let's hop on into the live. Let's get it going. Let's get it popping. So, the list of names is in the chat if you guys want to know where you're at. Um, the list will be open, continue to flow and go as long as we have some submissions here. So when we don't get any more submissions, that's how we know that the live has concluded itself. But if not, we're gonna keep going. Okay. All right. Get my decks together. Okay, got my Oracle deck. My tarot. I don't know if this deck is in reverse. It might have some reversals. I'm gonna have to put it upright. Some of them. Start fresh, start over. But yeah, other than that, how was you guys' Sunday so far? How y'all enjoy your weekend or enjoying it? Because we still have some time left. Yeah, absolutely, sis. My pleasure. I know I can't go live on Mondays like I used to unless I get off early or something that's different, or if it's like a holiday and I have Monday off. But yeah, so I can't do happy hour or mini love readings. I can't do mini love readings how I would like to, back in the day. So I know the reading that I did the other night, my Ghetto Fairy Friday, the chosen one's love prophecy might have been a little triggering for some. So I figured, hey, why not open the space up for reading if anyone needs any clarity. But if you guys want something more lengthy, more in depth, you guys can always book a personal reading with me. If you have any questions about my services, don't be shy. Email me. I'm just turning these upright if they need to be upright. Okay. I should have did this before, I know. Okay. Hey, Victoria, shout out to Amsterdam. Greetings. You slept most of the day? Shit, that's what I should have been doing, but I couldn't. I was like, let me get my ass up. Because I thought I was going to go somewhere today with my aunt, but, plans didn't go through. But that's all good. I'm like, okay, but get to relax a little bit. All right, So if you guys are interested in a mini love reading, $22 for 2 questions. I forgot to mention that in the chat. So 22 for 2 questions. One love question or a love spread is $30. 2 love questions are $22 total. Yeah, make sure that whatever your choice or option of payment is, that you leave your question or topic in the notes. You can be single. You don't have to be asking about anybody. You can get a singles love read. That's completely fine. The 2 choices of options of payment are Cash App or PayPal, which are linked in the chat as well as in the description box. Okay. Readings are non-refundable once the reading is done and received. So spend your money wisely, okay? I don't do that. Oh, I didn't like the reading, or oh, this, or whatever. But like, no, the fair exchange, okay? If it happens to be that you don't show up once I call your name, as far as if you didn't leave a question or a topic, then I'll just have to skip you. In that case, I'll refund you, okay? If you don't get your reading at the end of the live. But if you do get your reading and it's recorded, it's live, it's done, it's not refundable, okay? So make sure you guys spend your money wisely. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Why does love feel delayed? The first 2 questions. Oh, wow. I don't even remember what the questions were. Oh, no. I'll figure it out because I don't remember. I have to go back in my notes and things, Christina. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, y'all, shall we? All right. 7:43. All right, Christina or Christina B. Sorry, Christina, you were up first. Okay, let's see. All right, so the first 2 questions I believe was why have you been hidden from love? The second question is what illusions about love do you need to break? Were the first 2 questions in the why love feels delayed. Okay. All right. So, first question is why have you been hidden when it comes to love, Christina? Why have you been hidden when it comes to love? Why have you been hidden? Divine Source God, thank you for your divine wisdom, truth, and clarity. Why have you been hidden in love? Come out, cards. Okay. It's a lot of cards, but let's see. The Knight of Cups, Empress, 10 of Wands, King of Wands, my bad, and the 3 of Cups. Remaining cards, Queen of Pentacles, 7 of Swords, the Hierophant, the Devil, the 9 of Swords, and the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. I'm going to turn this upright. The reason why you've been hidden from love is I really feel like it's been a journey of self-love, and kind of allowing yourself to allow others to show up for you, being in that space of receptivity for others to show up for you in love in the way that you deserve to be loved. So if you've gone through situations or connections where you put in all the effort and all the work and, kind of making it a little easy for others to kind of, you've given them enough space and enough grace to kind of, show up. And in the instance, it's like when they're not doing it, it's like, okay, well, maybe I need to adjust the bar a little bit. Maybe I'm setting the bar too high, or if this person is promising me the moon and the stars, I'm waiting for them to, I'm giving them that grace period. But even if they, surpass that grace period, they still haven't really showed up in the way that they are, or the way that they said that they were, or at the time that they said they were. I'm going to give them a little extended time. I'm going to give them a little bit more time to, to come through and make it happen. And it's almost like the pursuit of love, like you're learning or seeing that the pursuit of love, if someone is truly emotionally invested, that it doesn't matter how challenging or how difficult or how high maintenance, in a sense of not like you're making it hard on purpose or you're putting yourself in this position that makes it hard for someone to get to you, but from a place of like, I'm not asking for too much. I'm just asking for the healthy minimum, like the healthy maximum and minimum, like a healthy relationship. And if someone is not able to even put the effort and work in, then, it's just, they just gonna have to miss out. So kind of allowing someone to show their interest in you. There's something about maybe even love triangles, the third party energy. If a person is not fully invested in you or showing you that, hey, like, this is my intention, this is what I want. If our intentions don't align or they don't match, I'm not wasting my time on it. I feel like the solitude and the protection and the hidden energy is more so for you to um kind of relax in your self-worth and your value and allow someone to show up, show you how much they value you, to where you don't have to come out of your seat, come down off of your throne to make it easier, make it palatable for someone, because the queen does not do that unless she's addressing what she needs to address. But other than that, it's like I'm never going to step off of my throne to meet somebody where they are just so they can understand me or respect me. Like that's never going to happen, right? That's not happening. Not anymore. It's that energy. If it was that way in the past, this is definitely something that has been worked through and healed. So whoever is truly in pursuit of you, truly desires to connect with you, get to know you, put in the effort and the work, they will. Yeah. Okay. Second question is, what illusion about love do you need to break? What illusions? Any false beliefs keeping you stuck? What do you need to break? What false illusions do you need to break in love? Thank you, divine spirit, your divine wisdom, divine guidance, truth, clarity. What illusions? What illusions? Christina needs to break in love. The Hangman in reverse. Ace of Swords. The High Priestess. Knight of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles with the Star. There might be like a strong conviction of something that you feel like, you're, it's almost like something that you're not willing to let go of or bend on. Like you might really be strongly convinced or um convicted that no, this is the truth, this is what it's supposed to be, I'm not bending on that, in a way that is the block. So it could be anything, like I'm not bending on the, and this is not about morals and values, right? So like if it's something that compromises your morals and values, that's not what I'm talking about. But if it's like something that, let's put it in the category of like kind of surface level, superficial, um something that maybe is too specific, like, oh, if I don't meet somebody like X, Y, and Z, I'm never going to get married, or it's not happening, or it's something that's very strict, I feel like. Um, it's keeping you in a waiting energy, honestly. Like it's kind of delaying your process, honestly, because whatever this is that you're heavily convinced, or just like this is what it is, like I can't move past that, that's what's keeping you delayed. And it's not to say to lower your sights or to lower your standards, but it is something that I feel like ultimately you believe very strongly that is kind of like um maybe even something that makes you think that you have to wait, or this is why it's not happening is because of X, Y, and Z. Like, this is why I feel like I have to wait, or until this happens, I'm gonna be single. And that's the false belief that may be delaying your process in love, if that makes sense. It feels like a until this happens, or when this happens, or um that's what it's giving. So let's say, for instance, it's like, because I'll be transparent. Like, I had um this thing that I said, and I feel like that was honestly a delay. So, for example, I said this like 10 years ago or so, probably no, probably wait, shit, that was a long time ago. I think this is before my daughter was born. I think this was like 15, 16 years ago, where I was saying to a family member of mine was like, "Oh, when do you plan on getting married?" and blah blah blah. And I was saying something along the lines of, and I don't know, I thought it was like in alignment for me, but I was saying something along the lines of, "Oh, I'm not going to I'm going to stay with my family as long as I can until, I meet my husband." Kind of like this, cuz some family traditions is that, like, the single, people stay in the household with their family until they're married, right? Men and women. And I was telling myself that even though I had like places of my own prior to that, I had got into this complacent state where I was living with my family, and it seemed to work. It was cool. We was all, thriving, able to take care of the bills and all that. Like, it was cool, right? And I got complacent in that until it wasn't cool anymore, until it became like a cycle, a karmic cycle that just didn't work for any of us. And it became like a stagnancy. And I noticed that I kind of spoke that over myself. So it doesn't have to be that exact, but I mean that's like an example, you know. Because you never know, like sometimes like certain things, it may have been a season, like, okay, this worked out for a season, but that doesn't mean that that's going to be my story. That doesn't mean that that's how this path is going to work. I'm kind of setting it up, or putting that energy forth in a way is like, yeah, it's going to happen like this, or it has to happen like this, when that might not be the plan. You know what I'm saying? So something along the lines of the, like, not that situation in particular, but just kind of like, this is the belief, and this is how it's going to work, and this is how it's going to be, and that might not be um in alignment for you. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So whatever that may be, kind of address it. What is it? Why? Is that something that I'm willing to kind of let go? Because I had to tell myself, personally, this doesn't work. This is something that's actually working against me, not just romantically, but mostly and mainly my progression, like my peace, and just, what I want to do with my life and for myself, and the type of environment I want to be in. This is not working out for me anymore. It's past that season. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense, or that was helpful. Hopefully, sis. Um, but yeah, that's your reading, Christina. I have another Christina O. All right. So much love, Christina. I appreciate you. Thank you for donating. I hope that this message lead you to the right messages or clarity that you need. Okay. All right. Miss Christina. Oh, it's up next. 2048. Okay, so Christina O. So you wanted to ask about two separate persons. So the first person you want to know, how do they feel about you? Let's see. Divine truth and clarity. Information happens to all parties involved. Essence and energy. What you allow me to know and to see. For ultimately for Christina to know and to see the person that she's asking about. How does this person feel? How does this person feel about her? How does this person feel? Ooh. All right, Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This person gives a little bit of a selfish vibe to me. They may not know it, they may not see it. Some of it is like kind of just maybe a lack of self-awareness a little bit, to see how their energy might affect others sometimes. Specifically maybe you. So I do feel like this person is emotionally avoidant, maybe even avoiding some sort of like connection or engaging further with you. And it's not because it's like anything to do with you. Like I feel like this person definitely sees you in a attractiveness, if not like in a romantic light, but this person is not in the space. It's like this person is emotionally guarded. But the thing is that I do feel like this person has a big heart. If this person was brave enough to fully engage with love, I feel like they would. But this person may not have the courage or the confidence to approach love in that way, or they don't feel like, this is something that is kind of encouraging them to step up. Like sometimes like people can be attracted or interested in a certain level, but not enough to encourage or to inspire them enough to like work out a connection. So oftentimes when that happens, it could be, I mean, it's not such a black and white situation, but sometimes it's just a sign that this person is not really, meant, or um they're not in the space, or to give you what you want or what you need, or they may not be the person that's meant to give that to you, meant to engage further. Because I do feel like this person is a lover type. Like I feel like this person does love the idea of love, or isn't completely like against being in a relationship. I feel like they're the type that does desire that or wish for it. But this person is not, it doesn't seem like this person's available to engage further and connect. I feel like this person is kind of siding or choosing to just maybe go with the flow, have fun, flirt a little, see what else is out there. Like this person is not settled or stationed in love enough to be like, okay, I want to only get to know this one person, or I'm interested in this person enough that I'm going to pursue them, solely pursue them and focus on them in this connection. They're in a place where they're just like, I'm not attached to anything or anyone. Like I might, fancy certain things about you or the connection. I may even, feel fulfilled to certain degrees, but not enough. It's not inspiring me enough to pursue a connection or relationship. So with the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it's like this person could be also the type that is either not going to approach something that, no, I don't even really feel that. Because like I said, I feel like if this person feels inspired enough to connect or put themselves out there in love, they would. But if they don't feel that passion or that inspiration to do that, I mean, they're just going to play the field. They're just going to see what else is out there. They're going to keep their options open. They might entertain, you and entertain others as long as it's like, it fulfills me in some certain way. I still have a little bit of wiggle room and freedom, but I'm not completely convinced or settled on this. So I'm just kind of keeping this here or entertaining it or flirting as long as it feels good to me. But if this person does connect with someone that they feel like, okay, this is someone I want to invest in, they will. with the Three of Swords at the bottom of the deck, it's kind of like this might be one of those situations or connections that initiate you into, it might be a painful experience or it has been a painful experience already, but it initiates you into the healing that you need to break some sort of pattern or cycle in love. Um, the rejection could be an energy of rejection with the Five of Cups, feeling as though you're overlooked. This person, I feel like, has been avoiding maybe causing hurt or pain, or they know that they have caused hurt and pain towards you, or they've been down the road before of where maybe they misled others. So it's like, okay, I don't even want to put too much energy out there, but again, there's like this self-centeredness or just not really aware of maybe how their energy affects people. It's a little bit of a lack of awareness there. So I do feel like this is meant to heal something a little bit deeper, or it has been this painful energy that is meant to kind of heal you into something when it comes to abandonment or rejection. Like it's a deeper healing here, something that is initiating you when it comes to like your heart and your receptivity and when it comes to love. Okay, so that's the first person that you asked about. Let's ask about the other person in question. Let me turn this upright. I don't know. Some of these cards are in reverse, but I don't want to do reversals unless I feel led to. Okay, so the second person that you asked about, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. I'm gonna put these to the side because they might have wanted to come out for a reason. How does this person in question feel about Christina, this other person in question? Ask for permission into this person's energy and what she needs to know. What does she need to know? How does this person feel? How does this person feel? Wow. A lot of cards. The Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. The High Priestess. The Six of Wands. The Six of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. This person, I feel like, has an interest in you a little bit more so than the other person, maybe. This person, though, I do get like a little bit of a intimidation or just a little bit of a careful approach when it comes to you. So I feel like this person is definitely used to others coming to them, showing them attention and things like that. But with you, you kind of pose as a little bit of a challenge for them, someone that they can't really figure out too easily, someone that they feel like they got to kind of approach a little bit differently. Their game is, they got to switch it up a little bit. And I shouldn't even say game, but just like it's easy for them to approach other people. Like they already got it mapped out how they're going to approach, how they're going to present themselves. But with you, it may be like they feel this intimidation to kind of approach you in a certain manner that may make them have to kind of trust their intuition, not lean upon games. And, it's something with that. It's something with this where it's like they're gonna have to use their brain a little bit. They can't just like, okay, I know like if I approach this person, this is how it's gonna go. It's gonna be easy game. Like I already know. But with you, they don't feel like it's that simple. It makes them kind of have to feel in, kind of feel you out, maybe get to know you, kind of observe you in a way like it puzzles them a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like it makes them kind of I wouldn't say like an obstacle course, but that's what that's what wants to come out of my mouth. Um, yeah, kind of similar to like not like I got to jump through hoops, but I got to work at this. Like I really have to approach this, and you might be kind of triggering something in them that's like, no, you need to come correct and authentically. Yeah, like you have to come through with something authentic, something valuable here. You can't just run game on me. You got to show up authentically, genuine. Okay, you got to pace this. This is not something that you can just, it's like a divine flow. It's not going to be something that you think you can just come to me like, oh, I'm going to wait 6 days, or I'm going to wait during this time, or I'm going to get to know them for 2 weeks and then I'm going to just like throw some game. It doesn't work like that. In this person's mind, it's like, this is something that I'm going to have to pace genuinely. Because they might see you as someone that is like, the type that you take serious, you settle down with. feel like this person may be a bit more genuine than the other person, or more centered, or more, how should I say it? This person has more self-awareness, like what they can get away with and what they can't, or like, categorizing a person as like, okay, this is the person that you take serious. This is a person that's just here for fun and games. Like, there's definitely a separation or a distinction that this person has made about you. You're definitely someone that I feel like kind of tests this person a bit. They feel like, where I'm confident and cocky with you, like I have to show up genuinely or you're going to see through it. You're going to know, like, the games that I might play with other people, or how I might approach, or, calculating how I'm going to approach a particular person this way, and the time frame and the manner in which I'm going to do that. It's like, I can't do those type of things. It's not a game to be played here. So how this person feels, that's more so the energy of how they feel. And I do get like, it makes this person feel a little bit exposed or vulnerable, in a way of like, if I do actually approach something that, because they might be used to kind of approaching low hanging fruit that's easy for them, if it doesn't work out, it's not going to be a bruise to their ego. It's like, all right, kind of expected it. You're just somebody to have fun with. That's it. But if you're somebody they feel like is actually maybe worth the effort, worth getting to know, and if they really put their genuine interest out there, that if it doesn't work out or if you reject them, that's going to be a major blow to them. So that's what I'm getting from this. Okay, this person could be studying you, like, or just observing you, or they have enough, they've engaged with your personality, or kind of gotten a good sense of who you are enough to know that games is not going to, it's not going to be wise for them to try to play games and run games on you. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. So, Christina O, that was your reading, how your two parties of interest are feeling. I hope that was helpful or clarifying or confirming of something that maybe you already was feeling. Okay. So much love to you. Let's go ahead and move on to the next lady. And that would be Minah. Yamina. Your timestamp is 3302. All right, sis, let's see what you got. All right, does your crush know that you like them? Do they know that you like them? Let's see. Let's go previous energies and messages. Divine Spirit, thank you. For divine wisdom, truth, and clarity. For Yamina. Whoever her crush is, Spirit, ask for permission and tap in. It's not for her to know whether or not this person, um, does this person know that she likes them? Does her crush know that she likes them? Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you for stopping by. Thank you for donating a reading. Thank you so much, Christy. Okay. Crush, does he know that Yamina likes him? Does he know? Nine of Cups. Again. Queen of Swords. The Four of Wands. 10 of Wands. Lovers. I would say yes. King of Swords and Queen of Swords. Yes, he knows. I feel like he knows, like, might be pretty confident in that you like him. So I want to say yes, straight up. Like, it feels like it's a clear yes. I feel like he likes it. He likes maybe the attention. He may even be feeling you back. I feel like with the Lovers and the Four of Wands, with the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, it's like you both may be feeling a vibe towards each other. You may know that this person is feeling you, or you kind of suspect at least that this person is feeling you. But I would say, to answer your question, does your crush know that you like him? Yes. And I do feel like he likes the attention, or again, there's some sort of attraction back towards you. Um, yeah, because they like the energy, the exchange. And they might be, a little bit, they might be hiding behind their attraction a little bit, trying to, keep it maybe try to keep it concealed, but it could be that this person is having a hard time doing that as well. Like, or maybe they perceive that you're having a hard time concealing, your attraction towards them. But it's something that enough you can sense it, you can feel it. It's like when you're feeling somebody, typically you're able to sense that vibe. Like, you can tell by the way a person treats you, the way that they talk to you, even how they look at you, their mannerisms, they could be more accommodating, things like that, the tone of your voice, it's like it's an energy, it's a vibe, it's definitely some clues there. So I do feel like this person knows that you're feeling them, that you like them. They do know. Okay. So you want to know, is there a potential connection between you and this person? Let's see. Divine spirits, source guide, angels, ancestors who lovingly guide and assist. Yamina, is there a potential connection between Yamina and her current crush at the moment? The Ace of Cups, Knight of Swords, Page of Wands, the Star, Eight of Wands, yeah, the Tower. It could be like either you or this person. There's something about this that not only maybe you weren't expecting or you just didn't think that maybe you would like this person. It could have been something that kind of came out of nowhere for you or you felt it did. Same for this person or the connection, just maybe things that you guys have in common, but it's almost like you could feel like it is a little bit of a touchy energy. Like, I don't know if I should like this person or why do I like them so much. It's like something about it may feel like ungrounded for you. But yeah, there is a connection. There is a potential energy here of something that could happen between you, but there is a connection. There is something that's here beyond the surface, though, not just like an attraction or a crush. I feel like this person and you at this time, at this place and time in your journeys, like this chapter of your life, this is a significant placement or person, that you've encountered. The significance of it, I feel, or the length of it, the weight of it. mm, it could be something that's like a passing energy, like somebody that does come in, kind of sweep you off your feet or kind of get your attention, activate something in you enough to kind of open you up, to place your feet forward in a direction where you're actually guided to go, headed to go. So I would say like be open to this connection in the sense of like what you're meant to experience and don't get too fixated on what that looks like. Just be receptive. I don't feel like you should repel this person or you shouldn't engage them. But of course, use your discernment with, the connection because it does kind of feel like it's a seasonal connection. It doesn't feel like something that's going to be a long term type of thing or lead maybe to that. But it does feel like this person is meant to kind of put your direction in the place that leads you to maybe to a deeper connection or deeper inner reflections within yourself and kind of putting your energy in greater alignment with the love that you really deserve. So spirit is saying to be open. There may be something that you're meant to pour into this person or connect in a way that they pour into you. There could be a fair exchange of some sort, between the two of you, whether it's like through the flirting, whether it's through building a friendship, whether it's like making each other feel desirable, letting each other know that, you're seen, you're heard, you're loved, you're appreciated, whatever that may be, there is some sort of healing quality to this. There's something about it that's like it does feel kind of like either this came about pretty quickly, like the crush, the intensity came pretty quickly, or it's like this is a connection that may just be, like I said, that seasonal connection is not something that's going to stick very long or meant to be too romantic, but it is something that you are meant to encounter. It doesn't feel like heavy or negative. It feels like something to be receptive and open to, like almost like you're learning something, you know, um, a new energy. Queen of Swords is at the top of the deck again. So yeah, this is like I'm open, but I'm still using my discernment. I'm using my intuition. I'm not just gonna just go with it and just throw myself out there, but I'm not gonna be stiff and too judgmental to where I'm not receptive to potentially, what this connection could be or what blessing that we could be to each other. Even if that's for a short amount of time, even if that's just a friendship, if that's potentially a hookup, I don't know, a fling, or we might date for a short time, or maybe nothing ever comes of it, but we just have that beautiful exchange of whatever that may be, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm getting for for you and this person in question. Okay. All right, sis. I hope that was helpful. Okay. All right. So, Miss Breyonna, you're up next, sis. Your timestamp. Hold on. Uh, your timestamp is 41:36. Okay, KV. Chris, I saw your timestamp. I mean, not your timestamp, your notification. All right, so Breyonna. All right, so love reading between you and your person of interest in question. So this is a love spread for you. So let's tap in. I'm gonna use my other cards because this is a spread. So with the questions, we just straight tarot. Sometimes I might clarify with oracle or pull an advice card, but with the love spread, the $30 love spread is where I do like the tarot, the oracle, the messenger cards, and things like that. All right, so Breyonna and your person. Clear our previous energies. Holy Spirit, thank you. You're welcome, sis. My pleasure as always. Thank you for donating. Thank you for popping up. I don't know if you're going to stay on with us. All right, let's see. Breyonna and her person. What is the energy between two of them, Spirit? What do you want Breyonna to know? I ask for permission to tap into both parties, their connection. Okay. Star, the Ten of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Five of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Death card in reverse. There's an uncomfortability, I feel like, coming from your person. It's like they know what you want, they know what they want in love. It's like, they might deny or try to run sometimes and say, hey, like, I could see all this potential, and I feel like we both can come together and create this vision or this desire, this blessing. But at the same time, I feel like this person is kind of putting out these mixed signals and kind of confusing you a bit because this person is really scared. It's like the commitment phobia is in a sense of more so, if I commit myself wholeheartedly to this, you know, because I know that this can be great, but what if I do something to mess it up, or what if it just doesn't work out for whatever reason and we can't get it together? Because they could be comparing past, situations to your connection, and maybe even things within your past together, like things that maybe you guys had to work through, certain things that maybe this person feels like, okay, we're not ready, maybe I'm not in the space to create with this person, what they really deserve and what they really need. What if I fuck it all up, because of past experiences, or because of, things that we've had to work through together, maybe past arguments between the both of us. It's like they're doing too much, you know. It's almost like a fear really of what could truly be, in a sense, or who they could truly be or really be. They don't know what it's like to be maybe a stable partner. They never known what it's like to have a stable partnership that's healthy. Maybe they've never been married or something. It's like, or if they have been married, it was failed. So like that fear of repeating that, or never having or experiencing something that was actually healthy or real, they go back and forth with this. They go back and forth in their mind, and I feel like this person could give off energies of playing games. Like you feel like this person is like messing around, like confusing you. Not messing around like another person or messing with another person, but more so like just playing you, spinning you around, keeping you in this state of suspension and suspicion and confusion when, it's really a them thing, because ultimately they know that there's something that is going to change and end forever. If I truly commit, this feels like not just like we're committing to each other as like boyfriend and girlfriend, but like they really believe or know, maybe because you guys have, talked about this, you guys had this conversation, that if we really do this, it's going to lead to a marriage. Or we might just say, like, we've been dating and talking enough to where we already know what each other wants. Let's build this home. Let's build this family. And if I really engage in that, like, it's really set in stone. So I feel like the finality, if that's the right word, like, just that solidification of this connection for them, it's like that's a big deal and there's no turning back. And I feel like that kind of freaks this person out. And it has nothing to do with you. I don't even feel like it's anything that they're really projecting too much onto you, other than the fact, like, maybe you guys have had some discrepancies in the past with one another. Let's see. Or just like some arguments, some disagreements, not being on the same page sometimes. But other than that, I don't really feel like it's about you, because they feel you're something that they could see this desire, this wish, this fulfillment with. Okay. So you have distraction with subtle cues, hints at impending danger, a breath away from potential turmoil, and closeness of parallel lies, caution call, sudden wealth, false security lingers in material abundance, masking deeper voids, constant craving for external validation, dims the values of inner worth. So I feel like Spirit is warning you about this connection. This person is not in a place. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, SB. This person is not in a place to really show up in the commitment that you deserve. So it's like if you invest too much of your energy into this person, you might be disappointed. Based off of where they are right now. Okay, that's just in relation to now. Because just looking at their energy, it's very fickle, it's very uncertain, it's very, I don't know. So if you do put all of your hopes into focusing on this path with this person right now, it may lead you to a place of hurt. It could be taking your focus off of where you need to place your focus. Um, this person could be distracting themselves with things that are kind of tangible, things in their world that they feel like they can control. And oftentimes that's like work and money, putting all the focus on the grind, um, or focusing on what their life looks like on the outside and not really paying attention to the external things that they really need to focus on. That running, that hiding, that avoiding. So like I said, this energy can feel like games, it feel like confusion. So let's see what else, what is this person, their truth, that they would speak to you in vulnerability and honesty without any cloaks, any hidden energy that we have permission to know for your, your highest and well-being. What does your divine team want you to know? Revealing the truth of this person. Not taking reversals. So I'm willing to work this out? No. So like they may want to, but the truth is like they're not doing that. Okay? They're not doing it. I'm not going to say that they'll never do it, but they're not doing that. That's not what they're putting their energy towards. Your vibe is something rare and hard to find in anyone else, but I feel safe where I am. So it's like, yeah, I would be willing to work this out, but at the same time, I'm not doing that. I'm not putting the energy in to do it. I don't want to say that this person doesn't want to, but like their energy is like not in the motion of that, because ultimately the reason why they're not willing to put in the work to do it is because they would have to put work into themselves in order for this relationship to work out. And that goes with any connection. Both parties got to be willing to work on themselves to make anything work together. It's not fair for one person to say, oh, I'm going to show up for this connection, I'm going to do what I need to do to show up, but the other person can just be in the relationship but not put in the effort. That's what this is giving, because there's something that they're avoiding within their own selves. So they're not just really like they're not totally running from you per se, or avoiding, or just not putting in the effort. It's like they may be present in your life, they may still be around, they may still be, there, but the effort is not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could be sitting in the couch, but that doesn't mean like I'm, I could be at the party with everybody, everybody's vibing, everybody's contributing and conversating and dancing and, whatever. But I'm just sitting on the couch, sitting in the corner. I'm there at the party, but that doesn't mean I'm participating with the party. That's what this is giving. And they know that you're someone rare with the star card. Your vibe and your energy is like it's something that they can see this joy, this stability, this happy ending with. But they're safe where they are. There's a security blanket that this person is, cloaked themselves with. And that's a them thing. It is not a you thing. So spirit wants you to be cautious about putting your focus or your drive towards this because, it's a distraction or it can take you off center, off path where you need to be. Okay. And I don't feel like this person is intentionally, you know, showing up to be a distraction in your life and all of that, but that's just where their energy is in relation to where your energy is or maybe what you want. Because people can say out of their mouth all day what they want, but if you're not contributing to that, it's just something you just wish for. You're not, there's no works behind, there's no faith behind your works. Yeah, I did. I did. But yes, sis, that's what I'm getting for you. I hope that was helpful. Um, I think I still have it available. I would just have to order it for it to be printed out for you. But yeah, that's your reading, Breyonna. I hope that was helpful, sis. I hope that gives you clarity or confirmation or revelation, something that you was already seeing, already feeling, that inkling, or just bringing better clarity to this person's energy or actions towards you. So it's not a you thing at all, for the most part. It's really this person's energy and their choices, their decisions. But yeah, Christy, I had a deck called the Walu Baddie deck. I still have it. I just have to put it, print it. You're welcome, sis. Thank you for donating. I appreciate you. Thank you. Um, yeah, just let me know. Because I haven't even logged into that printing space in a long time, but I have like a few decks saved in my what I've created. I forgot what they call it on there. But like pretty much all of the files of everything I've created. You can email me and I'll get back with you later this week and give you like the pricing and all of that to order it because it will take time to get to you because it's shipping, it has to be printed and all of that stuff. So I don't have any on hand other than the one that I've created. So I don't have any decks to sell. I would have to have it printed for you. So yeah, just email me and I'll let you know sometime this week, how much it's going to cost, the estimated shipping and time and all that. But yeah, I still have that deck. All my decks, this one, my Love Messages Volume 1 and 2, they're mixed together in this one pile of deck right here. I have my Divine Energy Oracle deck that has over 100 cards. In that one, I have my Baddie Oracle deck is the one you're talking about. I have my Venus is the Plug Oracle deck. I have so many decks. I just don't promote my decks. I'll use them from time to time, but I don't post them. Okay. Yeah, I got you. Okay. Yeah, just email me. All right. So Miss Monica KV SB. So Monica, your timestamp is 54:29. Okay. Clear up previous energies with love, light, and peace. I wish I could extend it. If I had like more time, I think I'm gonna create. I don't know. I've been sitting on a couple of ideas of decks I want to create, but my sister, she's really good at graphic design and drawing and stuff, and I wanted her to make me a specific deck. Like it's a deck of my dreams that no one has made yet. I'm just like, why am I waiting and manifest, hoping someone else will manifest the deck that I want rather than just creating it myself? But my sister is just like, I don't know why she just won't, you know. she sporadically creates. It's like she doesn't want anybody to be telling her, hey, I need this done by this time. But it's like, come on, sis, you know? All right, Miss Monica, let's see. Your first question is any messages from your divine partner slash future spouse? Let's see. Message, divine spirit, message. Monica's divine partner slash future spouse. Excuse me. Let's see. Monica. Okay, spirit. Okay. Yes, they do have a message. Page of Swords, Queen of Wands, Knight of Cups, Eight of Swords. It's the Devil card. Okay. The Moon at the bottom of the deck, the Six of Swords. I feel like your person wants you to know that they'll probably like always compliment you, affirm you in a way. They might not compliment your beauty only when you're dressed up or something, or like, um, like, oh, if you're obviously dressed up and you got makeup on and heels on, like it's anytime. I feel like this person is always going to celebrate you, which is beautiful. Yeah, I feel like they're going to celebrate you, affirm you. They might say things about you being, sexy a lot. Um, the devil card for once does not give me like, I mean, I don't always get negative energy from the devil, but it's actually giving this energy of maybe like where you feel uncomfortable being told that you're sexy, or that, like this person might talk a little spicy to you sometimes, not just compliment you, but make you feel like seen. And you might kind of be like, oh, it's kind of, I don't know how to take this. It might not be cringy, like you don't find your person attractive or things like that, but like to hear someone talk about you in that way may make you question, like, are they being genuine? Like, oh, this is so cringy. Like, because maybe you don't always see yourself that way. And it could even be at times where you don't feel attractive or sexy, or feel like, you're someone to admire at the time or the moment. But I feel like it's meant this, your person wants you to know that they're going to kind of break you out of that psychological space where you may not see yourself in that light. They're going to speak to you in a way that's not like this cheesy form of you're so sexy. How do I explain this? Because they might say things like, yeah, you're so gorgeous, or, you know, they might affirm something that you've done in a way. Like, I love when you, um I don't know, like it could be things about your intelligence that they find sexy, things that, quirks about you, your hobbies, or when you're exercising, or when you're cooking, or when you giggle, or when you laugh. It's like things that catch you off guard, to where you're like, what's sexy about that, or what's so like what you find appealing about that. And that is like that's how you know that your person is really for you and really into you like that. That they really like you. That is not just like only when or only if you're just at your best. It's like at moments that you don't even know if they're paying attention, or that they're admiring you, or when it's something that you think you're doing is just mundane, or just like whatever, you know, they're genuine. It's a genuine energy. You're going to feel it. It's just that you're going to question your own self and think that, am I really worthy of this praise? Or why do they think that that's attractive? Why do they find that inspirational? Um, yeah. So they're going to affirm you in a way that can be a little triggering, and not in a way that's like you look at them negatively, but like you might question yourself. It's meant to kind of take those blinders off of how you see yourself. They're going to help you to feel more free, more comfortable, more safe, because maybe you've had partners where you never really felt that you could, be in a safe space and be your authentic self, or maybe you weren't celebrated for all that you were, only if you did something that they thought was appealing, or in the limitations of what, how they saw you, or what they think is attractive or admirable, or what have you. Or maybe they don't ever compliment you, or if it's like a compliment is a backhanded compliment, you know what I mean? Like, but with this person, it's like, no, you're safe here, you're comfortable, it's safe for you here. Okay. So let's ask your second question. How can you align with your divine partner and future spouse? How can you align? Wow, okay. Six of Cups, Ace of Swords, Chariot, Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. With the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Now it's at the bottom. So, how to align with your person? There might be some truths, that you'll find um with your past. Something about, I feel like it's something bittersweet. Like maybe back in a time where you did have your heart open to love, maybe you're revisiting that part of yourself and getting back in alignment with that self, but more from a place of clarity and truth and wisdom, not just from a place of just like, you know, I'm just, I'm an open hearted person, but if I felt love towards a person, I was just going to frivolously give it, or I was just going to just trust that it was going to go well, not listening to my intuition or even giving it a thought that I needed to, listen to my inner self. Like, but now it's like, okay, I can still be that same open hearted, optimistic about love person, but with a purpose, with an intention, with discernment, with clarity, with truth, with honoring myself, with love, healthy boundaries. It's different now, right? um because that's what's going to lead you towards one another. It's like embracing the past self. I said this in another live, but originally when I did a reading for someone, it was a personal reading that I did, where I was getting, why not celebrate your all of the aspects of yourself, even the part of yourself that you feel like was, a little goofy, did something that was embarrassing or cringy, or where you feel like you weren't the best person that you thought you could have been, or you were kind of embarrassed by yourself, or you felt like you were a bad person, a toxic person. Not because oftentimes, like, if we do celebrate ourselves, we only celebrate ourselves when we feel like we've done something that's great or good, or someone else says is great or good. But how often do we, give flowers to the part of ourselves that was learning, that was just experiencing, had to go through that lesson or grew through it, that went through those dark times and depressions? Why don't we give flowers and appreciation and say thank you? Because without this experience, without me going through that, or without me being at that place, I would have never been able to get here or even move forward in my future with the wisdom that I do have now. It's like this metaphor that I was getting to give to um, the person that I was reading for was like, if you think about someone that, when you go to a hospital, if someone just had a baby, they'll have flowers and balloons saying, "Oh, congratulations and welcome the new baby," and blah blah blah. It's a girl, it's a boy. But, even when someone has surgery, or, they may break their arm or their leg, and they're in the hospital, they have people that give them flowers, right? They give them get well soon balloons and things. So as you're healing, or as the person that you were that was in your woundedness, your brokenness, why can't you have that message for them to say, get well, or, you're loved, or here's a token of appreciation to you. Celebrate all parts of yourself. It's not saying, oh, because I celebrate the toxic part of me that I was, meaning that I'm celebrating being toxic, or that I was toxic in the past. It's like, if I wouldn't have never been through that, or if I wasn't that person, I would have not have seen the wounds, the things that I needed to work on within myself, improve to get better, right? So I'm not only going to just celebrate, oh, when I did something good, or when I'm popping, or so-called successful, or when other people are noticing it, but what about the part of myself that went through some shit? So I feel like that's, at least for now, that's part of it, how to align with your divine partner. And why is this important? Because, your person may come in as a very willing, very giving, very devoted, loyal, reliable person, but they may not be as um maybe as equipped as they feel like they should be for you. And maybe you might see that. And if you aren't mindful, you might misjudge this person too soon, or you might get in your head and say, well, is this the person? Because I feel like they are the person. They're a really great guy. I really do like them. I really do enjoy their company. They've been showing up. They've been, so far so good. But like, I don't know about this. So hopefully that makes sense, because it's like, if you can, when I say extend grace to another person, I always say, like, this isn't about potential, like, oh, I see that this person could be that, but no, this person is showing you that they are progressing, that they're actively putting their best foot forward, and they're actually doing the work, and they're not just sitting and lounging around, and you're just like, well, I hope they do it, or I hope this makes them happen. Oh, well, maybe if I give them a little more time, maybe they'll get it, maybe they'll see. Hint, hint. Like, no. So hopefully that makes sense. Yeah, because I mean, this person could be very, close, coming in sooner than you think. Okay. All right. All right, sis. So that was your reading. Hope that was helpful. Hope that makes sense. You know, because sometimes I'm like, what I'm saying, is it even making sense to y'all? Like, sometimes I question it, but no. All right. So, Chris, you're up next, and then SB. If anyone else is interested, the list is still open. Okay. KV, here's 107.23. Okay. All right. Thank you, Divine Spirit, for divine wisdom, truth, clarity. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So your question is, okay, V, what is this specific person's current feelings about you? Information is happening to both parties. Energies only for the sake of what you allow me to know and to see. Oh, these flipped up, face up. I'm going to take these because they flipped upward. I'm going to take them. Okay. So you have the Six of Swords, Queen of Swords, the Nine of Cups, Five of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and at the bottom you have the Knight of Swords. So how does this person currently feel? What's their current feelings about you? I feel like this person, I feel like there's some sort of distance between the two of you, or this person could perceive that you guys are at two separate energies or different pages at the space and time, whether you guys are actively communicating or not. There is some sort of separative energy. Like, you're kind of in your own space and they're in their own space. They might be seeing you as, like, maybe you're not as welcoming or open to them. If there has been some time between the two of you where you guys haven't really spoke or seen each other, it's like, if I do try to communicate, or potentially even the thought of it, is this person kind of going to, like, call me out and kind of knock me down a peg? Because they may feel like at some point that they had, if they left with kind of feeling like you gave to them, because this does feel like this person kind of has that ego of, that kind of that vibe, that egoic vibe of where they play like games, right? Where they could like you, completely like you. But if it's like a thing of like a power trip, power play, like let me leave before this person does it to me, or if I get the last word in, or if I have this person kind of stuck wondering what's up with me, why haven't they heard from me? It's like that to them is like an ego thing, an ego boost, makes them feel good. But if they feel like you're in this power position now to where, like, I don't know if this person's going to like tell me off, or they might not even respond back to me if I were to reach out to them, or, if I'm being passive about it, I might like something on social media or watch their stories or do something very passive where I'm not being direct. And it's kind of like I'm trying to like I'm trying to feel into the energy. I'm trying to see if it's safe, without being direct, being honest and open about, how I really feel, being confident in that. Because this person does fear rejection, because they may have in their mind in some kind of way feel like they left you feeling rejected at some point, or left you kind of questioning where you stood with them, to the point where maybe you asked yourself, well, what did I do wrong? Why haven't I heard this from this person? Do they like me? Were they interested? Like, what's going on? Like, are they okay? Or, you know, putting you in that position, they left at some point where they felt like they got, they're full, they're full of themselves. But it's kind of like those roles have either switched, or they're afraid to be knocked down a peg by you, because they know that it's deserving. They know that you know, it would warrant that. Like, they would deserve it if you were to like not respond to them at all, or maybe be real cutthroat, real honest. Like, it's going to be something that they feel like they deserved. Hmm. They feel like your energy is not really obtainable, or it's like your energy is not easily accessible. So maybe something has changed, like your numbers change, or um, they don't have access to social media or something, or they don't know how to get in contact with you. There's something that's like um, kind of like where they're not able to access you, or you're not making it easy for them or something. You're not giving them something that they're seeking or looking for, or making it easy for them to connect with you or talk to you. It's like, even if you guys are talking, it's still like something about, you're not bending, you're not giving too much away, you're not overextending yourself. So it's like you're not making it easy for them to where they have to kind of like knock and see what's up. They got to be more direct, they got to be confident about it. So that I feel like is a little bit intimidating for this person right now. So yeah, that's how this person is currently feeling. Okay. All right. So your second question was, when it comes to love, how do most people perceive your overall energy when it comes to love? When it comes to love, how do people perceive your overall energy? Okay, let's see. How do people perceive your overall energy when it comes to love? Seven of Wands, Three of Wands, Queen of Swords, Six of Swords, the Fool, and the Six of Cups. Okay. So how do people view your energy with the Tower at the bottom of the deck? I feel like people perceive your energy as like you're not someone that's easily accessible or obtainable. They may feel like you are kind of protected, or your energy is very protective, or it's just like, they don't feel as bold to it might take them, even if someone seems like they're cocky and confident upon approaching you, it's something that they had to build up the courage to even like approach you or talk to you. It's not something that is just like, oh, I see somebody over there, let me go talk to them. Like, it feels like it takes like someone kind of taking a deep breath and being like, okay, let me do it. Um, because I feel like you give off an air of energy of like, um, the Queen of Swords, like some people might say like that's a resting bitch face energy, but it doesn't have to be that. It could just be like you have an energy that doesn't come off as easy. So it's like I have to have a conversation. I have to have something real to say. Like, or you're gonna see right away that I'm full of shit, even if that's not like what yeah, how you really are, like people look at you that way. So you might think to yourself, like, oh, people just play games with me and I'm always getting, the short end of the stick. But most of the time, these people, upon like first meeting you or seeing you overall in love, their energy with you is like you're not someone that it's easy to run game on. Like you see right through it. You're open, you'll laugh, you'll engage, you'll talk, or you'll say hi, but you're not overzealous and like, oh hi, all giggly. Like it might be like just a natural organic exchange. Like I'm treating you just like any other person. I'm not gonna get super excited or geeked up off of your conversation. Doesn't mean I won't be warm and welcoming, but at the same time, it's like I'm still observing you. I'm still, taking your energy in. Um, you know, there's also like an energy that you have where people want to protect you. They may not always want you to feel like you have to be guarded sometimes, or that you just all you have is yourself, or you have to be protective of yourself, or you can't trust. It's like people, I feel like when it comes to love overall, people want to earn your trust in a way of like they want to protect you, they want to be able to show up for you. That might be the way where they feel like they don't look like they're just, you know, beneath you or just useless to you. If they could be someone that protects you in a way that you need, like, queens need protecting, right? Hey sis. I was just talking about you today. How are you? On the Sybil's reading, I was just talking about you. In a good way. But yeah, I feel like the energy that overall, like what your energy gives in love is, I got it on my own, but you do have people that kind of see you as someone that they want to protect, and like where you can rest and show up. You make people feel maybe seen, noticed, heard, loved. um you might also help other people to open up as well, like if they're kind of guarded as well, or they approach love in a way that's safe for them. Um, oh yeah, I mean you can watch it; it's still on there. But yeah, I feel for you, the energy feels like for the most part you do have people that respect you, and upon connecting with you, you do give off an energy of you need to respect me, and I'm not easily flattered. And even maybe a little bit of guardedness where people are like, well, I want you to open up, I want you to feel safe, I want you to have fun. And once they really get to know you, they find that you're actually really sweet, or really lighthearted, really playful, fun, maybe someone that they feel like they can start new beginnings with, or if they're not used to doing certain things in love, that it's a first time with you, it's a first time experience, something that they feel like is, a journey that, something exciting to look forward to. You may not be anything of what people expect too. That's another thing. Like you might have a shock factor to your energy as well, where people think that they can see you or figure you out or have you all figured out. You surprise them. All right. Okay. So that was your reading, Chris. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, it was the Sybil's one. I just did it today, alive. But yeah, I hope that was helpful. All right. So let's see. All right, SB, you're up next. Excuse me, I need some water. Okay, it is 80 minutes. 80 minutes, which is 20, right? 120. Okay. All right, so a love read for you and this person in question. All right. Let's tap in. Let's see. The overall energy of this connection, spirit. What's going on? Ask for permission to tap into both parties' energies only for the sake of what I'm allowed to know and to see. What is of her highest good to know in regards to this connection situation? What does she need to know? Okay. 3 of Pentacles, the Emperor, Strength, 5 of Wands, the Star. You have a lot of major arcana cards. So these additional cards here, you have the 4 of Cups, 8 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 5 of Swords, and the Hierophant. Okay. So what's going on here? I feel like I said this already, but I don't think it was you. Maybe it was a reading I just did, or one of the readings I just did tonight. I don't remember. It kind of feels like 2 different pages. We're on 2 separate pages of energy where it's like your energy could be sometimes like healing for this person, but also sometimes like triggers this person and feeling like they are kind of it. I wouldn't even say like if this person is already the type that is kind of stubborn and um just like someone that's very independent to where it's like you can't tell me anything about myself. It's a very stubborn energy, like you can't tell me about myself. You can't, even if it's for your highest good, even if it's meant to help you, like, oh, you can't tell me about me. You're not going to tell me that I need to do this or do that. It's very stubborn. So it's like even if you how do I explain this? Even if you're not coming from a malicious place or trying to be controlling, this person will take certain things a certain way if they feel like you're kind of going up against what I want, what I think, how I believe, you're trying to convince me the other way. It gives that. So sometimes it's like this person can see like, hey, this person's actually helping me. They're showing me things I never really paid attention to or saw, but yet at the same time they'll take offense to it. They'll take offense to it in a way if it doesn't fit the narrative or if it pushes them outside of some sort of comfort zone or belief that they've fixed themselves into. Like, oh, you're trying to get me to commit and blah blah blah. Oh, I don't believe that, or I told you that's not what I want. Um, that's what this is giving, because in order for you guys to really work at something, because there could be this potential to do it, but again, like, potential is not enough. If someone is not really willing or being a willing participant to build something and work together in the connection and do what is needed as the other person is doing what is needed, if we can't come together on that, we can't come together, it's not going to work. You're just bumping your head around, right? Because it does feel like this person can be soft and can kind of like feel a little like putty in your hand sometimes. But then there's this other time where I feel, or just maybe certain occasions or certain energies are triggering where they feel extremely dominated or controlled, or feel like, is this person trying to control me? Are they trying to dictate how I do things, how I move? You know, So they're very combative at times, or they just kind of fight. And a part of them could even fight like, am I being unreasonable? Am I being, too like stiff, too stagnant, too, aggressive, or even sometimes just like unwavering in a way that's not healthy. Because you do have a quality of healing to you. But I feel like what this connection is going to do is like the more this person pushes against you, the more it should push you towards yourself. Because sometimes what happens is like when more a person resists us, the more we try to push against that and be like, no, 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 it's okay. See, I'm safe. Like, no, just trust me. Like, it's going to work. We're going to make this work. No, just look, you'll wait and see. Like, just let me prove it to you. And the more repelled they'll become, instead of being like, oh, you pushing against, like, you resisting me. Okay, cool, bet. Well, let me focus on myself. God damn it. Like, because, like, I got to, something ain't right. Like, something, I got to see what's up with me. Like, why am I, entertaining this? Like, what is this really, like, what's really going on here? We don't do that. If we do turn the mirror back to ourselves, we're going, oh, you're so stupid and nobody wants you. And see, he's never going to want you. He's never going to like you. Instead of being like, no, like, what's up with me? Like, is this person right? For me, is this person like, what's up with this? Like, what am I not seeing? What is it? What do I need to do here about myself, within myself? Not for the sake of let me get it right for this person and let me fix myself for them, because that's not gonna work. Trying to fix yourself for other people is like, if you're gonna fix yourself, do it for you and the right people that appreciate who you are and what the work you've done. Great. But if you're working to please people, you're just gonna run yourself in a rabbit hole and it's not gonna work. You're gonna put yourself in a hamster wheel, actually. You know. Um, Hold on. This is not charging. Oh God. I don't know what's wrong with my chargers. This is crazy. I don't know why I won't charge. I don't know. But yeah, so there's something about this energy where I feel like this person doesn't want something here. It may be commitment. It may be like committing more to something or showing up or being reliable, giving you a solid word or solid, answer on something. And you're waiting for it and it just feels like rejection, because this person is almost like they're not taking the opportunity, they're not taking the bait. Instead of doing it, it's like they're fighting against it, they're resisting it, maybe even sabotaging it in some kind of way, or just like saying or doing things that seem like, are you trying to push me away, or not saying at all? Or is it like, if you're not saying anything at all to me, like, what is it? Like, it's putting you in that state of confusion. And I really do feel um this is something that I feel like, again, are you receiving the best of what you actually can have and deserve? And if it's not presently showing you that, then no. But if it's like, oh, well, let me see, let me wait around and see, like, you're just harming yourself, right? When you do that, saying like, oh, it's not happening, but let me wait and see, maybe it'll happen. That wishful thinking is very dangerous. So you have happy endings. It says, feels skeptical of happy endings and distrust fairy tale promises. Believes reality is far from the fairy tale and feels disillusioned. Question the promises that seem too perfect. This person, I feel like, is that way. They're not really someone that's too romantic, or they're not a hopeful romantic. They feel like it's not safe to give of their heart. They feel like it's not safe to believe in the romantic, happy ending. They don't really believe in that too much. The petty gains, being penny wise, pound foolish, and undermining overall success, chasing pennies and neglecting larger financial goals, chasing tiny profits and sacrificing long term growth. So it's like they like things that are easy. I feel like this is metaphoric. That they like something that's easily obtainable, something that's not going to last long. It's just going to slip through their fingers, because if they really put their heart and soul into investing in something that is stable, that is going to potentially grow, something of high value, that fear. This person, it's kind of like a metaphor to a person that maybe isn't good with, saving money, or they're not good with investing their money wisely. They're those type of people that when they get it, they spend it as soon as they get it and it's all gone. And then they're complaining, oh, I'm broke, or I don't have this, or I should have invested it wisely. Or in love, oh, I thought this person was going to be the one, but you invested in somebody that You know, men and women do it. You invested in somebody that exhibited behaviors or showed you that they're not someone that's reliable, trustworthy, somebody that doesn't want a commitment, tells you straight up they don't want a commitment, or someone you can tell is only there for a good time. They lack emotional intelligence, emotional availability. They lack emotional maturity, spiritual maturity, whatever. This person is not good with managing their own life. This person does not even like their own selves. This person has bad relationships with everyone in their life. It's like you can tell when a person is not good for a relationship. So you got to ask yourself, like, what is it about me that wants to subscribe to this energy right here? Because it's like this person is comfortable with chasing pennies because to them it's like, well, it's not a big investment if I lose it anyway. And then you have seeking help. Crying out for support helps arrive from unexpected quarters. Invincible forces of help guide you through troubled waters. So you have help, you have support. If you're asking God to show you a sign, sometimes the sign is how people treat you. That answers your question. It's like, oh, is this guy the one? Should I continue to talk to him? He don't call you back or text you back like he said he would. That is your sign that that person is not someone you should waste your time on, your energy on. Or you say something, you know, along the lines of, if this person is the one God showed me, and this person, and you have a conversation, or like, you know what, you know, I actually don't want to get married, I don't want kids, and then you're just kind of like, oh, and you'll take that as a sign of, like, instead of it being a sign that you ask God to show you whether or not, or the universe, what have you, is this the person for me, or should I continue to pursue this? And God is showing you red flag after red flag, because sometimes we're looking for, oh, if I see this person's name, or if I see this number, or this song, or if I have a dream about me in a wedding dress or something, instead of it just being like the person's treatment towards you, let that be your answer. Because that's playing, like, thinking that God is playing with you. You know, sometimes, like, you're looking for those specific things like that, like, oh, I saw this sign, I saw this person's name or their birth date, or I seen their name on a billboard, so that means we're meant to be. But their treatment, it's like spirit may be showing you, hey, this number is a message to you about something. But it doesn't mean, oh, just because you saw their name, that's your sign that you should go towards them. It may be a sign, hey, pay attention to this person's energy. And if you're not paying attention to the person's energy and you're only seeing what you want to see, this person is telling you straight up, hey, I don't want to be in a relationship, or I don't really know what I want. I just kind of want to just see what's up, you know? I don't want nothing serious. Like, let's just take our time. Let's just have fun. And you're just like, but in your heart, it's like, that's not what I want. I really want someone that's going to really be serious about me. But because you want this person so bad and you saw that sign or something, now it's just like, but okay, maybe that's my sign that this is the one. It's going to work out later, instead of taking heed that this motherfucker is not it. You know what I mean? Like, we can miss the signs so easily. It's very simple, but we mystify things a little too much. But if you ask for help, you've asked for clarity, you ask for a sign, spirit is going to give it to you. And it may seem harsh in a sense, like, oh, well, that's sad. And then we get mad at spirit because, again, we see the signs and synchronicities, but we're not paying attention to the things that say that's it's not for you, though. Like, I'm showing you this sign, not for you to just jump on and say, okay, there's my sign that this is my person. How do they treat you? What are the words coming out when you ask for that sign and you saw the synchronicity? Pay attention to the interaction with that person at that point or after that sign of synchronicity, because that is the answer that spirit is giving you. It's very simple, and sometimes it's not, because every day constantly we're learning to trust ourselves and walk with divine spirit and understand what divine spirit is saying, because God speaks all the time. And sometimes when we try to mystify everything, we miss the mundane things that are actually the message and the answers and the prayers that we've been asking for, the clarity that we've been seeking. So if you know what you want and this person is kind of moving against it, that is a clear sign that this person is just not in alignment with you. Why waste any more time? And if it be that you decide, hey, this isn't it, and I move on with my life, and if they come back and this person is now in alignment with you, that's different. But the thing too to discern always is when you move on, oftentimes the exes, the people that didn't want you, the flings and stuff, they always gonna try to sniff up your ass and see what's up. Especially if they need a little bit of an ego boost, a little bit of an ego feed, they're gonna be looking for you, or they missed out, or it was a little too late. But that's their lesson to learn. as you've learned your lesson about them, that is their lesson to learn, maybe about how they treat people. So hopefully that makes sense. But I'm going to clarify with these as well, my messenger cards. How does this person... Where's the truth spirit? What is this person's truth? Ooh, okay. Hold on now. Okay, there's a misunderstanding. Okay, I can't stand you, but I can't stand to live without you. I didn't expect you to have such an impact. Do you forgive me? So, yeah, although, and then you have, I'm not sure what I want. So this is going to be possibly one of those cases, or maybe it has been an ongoing thing with you and this person where they don't know how to let you go. They may not want to, because genuinely, a person could really like you or really vibe with you or maybe even love you, but that does not mean that they're the one for you, whether they know that, understand that, or they haven't come to that yet, or they don't see it. You know, just the fact that I feel, this person doesn't have to be a terrible person, but there is something here with them where it's like a lot of uncertainty. I'm not sure what I want right now. And if you want something to progress or push past, okay, just figure it out. This is what I want. I know what I want. Why don't you know what you want? Pushing this person is only going to repel them away from you. So you can either do one or two things, or maybe a few things. It's up to your free will. It's up to what you feel is of your highest good, because at the end of the day, what is healthy for you? Some people make the decision to choose to wait for somebody, even if that means it's hurting them. But they think, oh, I'm choosing what I want because I want this person. But your soul is probably suffering because it's like, this ain't really what we want, because we're hurting here. This isn't what we really want. Um, okay, I'm gonna let you do you. You figure out what you want. I'm gonna live my life. If the person comes around, cool. If I have space for them, if I'm still open, if I'm still interested, if it aligns, if it works out, let's see what's up. Or it might be a situation where you don't know what you want. I know what I want. I can't sit here and wait for you to figure that out. I'm not gonna waste my time. I wish you well. There's so many different ways that this can go, but ultimately it's up to you, you know? Ultimately it's up to you, because this person, they're not sure what they really want. Like, there's this misunderstanding. Maybe it's like they feel like you misunderstood what they want, where they're at. Although there might be things about you that they kind of struggle with and trigger them and challenge them, but there's something about you that they want to keep around, or they don't want to miss out on or let go too soon. And you gotta be careful with those placeholder connections with them people that keep you, that, as my friend, my good one of my good sister friends, her mom said, don't ever let a man shelf you, like put you on a shelf and be like, okay, I'm gonna just cop that later when I'm ready, or if something else doesn't come along, or I finally figure out what I want, then I'll take you off the shelf. Never put yourself in a position to be shelved, hidden by somebody that is not ready and available. Like, don't let nobody put you on layaway. If you can't afford me, if you're not able to give what I'm worth, and show up in a way that I deserve, then you have no business trying to hide me and keep me for later and keep me away from potentially people or person that is going to give me what I deserve and see my worth and value me where you can't right now, or you can't show up. Like, that is not fair. And we ain't doing that. We are not a cheap thrill. We are not discounted. We ain't doing that. We are not doing that. But easier said than done. I know. See, some people might be like, oh no, I want to be chosen. I'd rather wait for this one to see what's up, because it's scary to keep putting your heart out there time and time again. But what makes it easier is that when you discern more, you know, you're not just giving your heart, because people think that going out there and getting out there and dating is dating this person, that person, and constantly dating this person, giving them your body and doing it all over again. Oh, it don't work out. We together for 2 months, and then he just doesn't show up anymore. This is my man, this is my boo, this is my bae. And then y'all have a falling out, and then you just gave of yourself, you gave all of your energy away to somebody that maybe you shouldn't have. There might have been red flags in the beginning, that before you even got into bed with that motherfucker, that said that this is not the person to get with. But we ignore it, because if you want a relationship, and this is probably not just for you, SB, could be for anybody that's listening that might need to hear it. just because someone like you fancy somebody and they fancy you does not mean that every person deserves your intimate self. And I don't mean just your physical body intimacy, but your heart, your mind, your fears, all of that. Allow yourself to get to know somebody on a level of, let me see if I like you. The best way to do that is, yeah, in spite of attraction towards you, I want to get to know you as a person. Do I even like you? What type of person are you? You know, how are you with other people? How do you treat people in general? What is your relationship with the people in your life? What type of motherfucker are you? Because people can put up fronts all day, but usually sooner than later, really, that mask is gonna fall off, and you're gonna see who they are. So to save yourself the trouble, stop giving your body to everybody and say, "Oh, I can sleep with whoever I want. I'm a woman. I'm grown." You're just giving piece of yourself, and you're giving yourself this false hope, and that's why people tap out of the game of love, because they shared so many pieces of their heart and soul with this person and that one, and when it doesn't work out, and you get to the point where you're so tired because you done used up all of your energy towards all these different people that didn't work out, and you didn't vet them, you didn't discern them. And is it always easy to pinpoint a person? Some people are so deceptive that you don't even see the deception until years later. But there's always red flags. Trust me when I tell you, something is always from the jump, I'm telling you. Spirit will not lead you astray. Yeah, some relationships, some connections with people, not just romantic ones, you do have, those experiences where you need to learn what you need to, but oftentimes spirit will give you a heads up when it's time to dip out on the situation. And oftentimes we ignore that shit because it's like, no, I put too much energy into this. I really like this person, or I slept with them. I feel an emotional attachment. You've created a soul tie. Now it's hard for you to leave. Now it's time to break that fantasy that you created of, oh, well, this is what I saw for our future. And they were future faking with me, talking about we going to get married one day, and they want to have kids, and, all that stuff that feels good. The thing about toxic people, and men especially, they love the idea of like playing and future faking and stuff like that. Like, it's fun to them, that being able to get a woman's hopes up and her just being googly eyed over you. They like that shit. If they're toxic, they love that shit. Right. But it's good because it speaking to a woman's emotions, it makes the woman very, it kind of, it takes that shield down, right? It makes them very vulnerable and almost weak to that person now, because now you've gotten into my head, you've gotten into my heart. Now I'm just open, now I'm invested, and now I'm waiting for you to show up with that. So when they do something wrong, it's like, but he told me one day we're gonna get married, so I know this person's fucking up right now, but he told me that he sees me as his wife, he wants to be with me, he sees a future. They know the right words to say, but it's up to you to be like, nah, words is one thing, but your actions are showing me another. Right? And you can't get mad at good game if you're not paying attention, because people will tell you and show you who they are. Sometimes, like, it's hard to disengage from that, but if that's something, if you're desperate for love, you're going to settle, you're going to accept a whole bunch of words, empty promises, multiple fuck ups time and time again, the cycle of, oh, I'm so sorry, babe, we get back together, I'm gonna pretend to do right for a couple of days, couple of weeks, and then I'm gonna go back to doing the same shitty thing again, and you're gonna forgive me because I've told you, I promise you, and I've kind of made it seem like there's something to look forward to. That's breadcrumbing. And that's very dangerous to do to a person's heart, because what it does is it creates that despair to not want to even look for love or believe that love is real. So when it does come to you, you're going to have a hard time trusting that shit. But you have to be mindful of who you give your heart to. Not everybody is worth of, like, not saying you got to make people jump through hoops, but it's like you got to prove a little bit more to me than just saying I'm beautiful. You want to get married to me, you want to have my kids and all this stuff. Like, you got to show me that you really value me as a person. I have to see if I even really like you as a person before I can say I love you. Like, that don't make sense. If I don't really like you like that, how can I say I love you? Like, I can't be with someone I don't like, or I don't like the way that they do things, or how they treat people, how they move. They're not a good person. How can I say I like them or love them if I don't like them? Doesn't make sense. Do you like the way the person makes you feel, or what you think they're going to bring to you and bring to the table, or add to your life, or do you genuinely like them? Because some people just like the idea of someone, or like how they make you feel, or think you even love them, and you just like the way, or you just love the way that they make you feel. You love the idea of them, the fantasy that you created of them. And oftentimes the fantasy that you created is already a desire in your heart, but you're trying to place that onto the wrong person. People take dating like too loosely, like it's just a game. Like, oh, that didn't work out. Okay, I'm going on a dating site again. I'm hanging out with this one. I'm fucking this one the next day or this week, and then this person ain't calling me. Oh, why? Oh, something's wrong with me. Let me crash out. Oh, well, here's another one that tickled my fancy. Oh, I feel like he the one. I feel like this is it. Oh, let me fuck him too. And then the next minute you're sad in the corner somewhere and you feel like you got used. Give yourself time to like process yourself and what it is that you really want and what you deserve, and not allow your desperation and your neediness to have a man or a woman in your life cause you just to just get in something that you're not supposed to, some toxic shit, because it's a program that people think, oh, if I'm single, my life is over. I ain't shit. I'm not worthy. But if I have a person, even if I'm going through shit, I'm going to project to everybody else, oh, well, we're happy. We're good. Or at least I got a man. But girl, he cheating on you. He lying on you, or you don't even like him like that. But just to say you got somebody, right? Where's your self-respect? Where's your self-respect? A man or a woman or something outside of you is not going to be your everything. It's not meant to be your everything. People are not toys. So they're not your toys to just pick up out of a box and put on. They're not a doll for you to put on a shelf and say, this is my person. And I'm just putting all of my energy into this one thing. And where, you don't have anything for you. Like, you don't have any space for yourself. Like, because there's some people that are just so jealous of their partners they can't even breathe. They can't even like go to the gym by themselves without thinking they're doing something wrong, or they can't hang out with their friends. God forbid they go out somewhere without you and you think that they're out doing something or cheating. If that's the case, then you shouldn't be with that motherfucker. If you don't trust them, why are you with them? The looking through the phones. But I think some people like that shit though. They like it because in their mind, this is passion, this is love, this is endurance. We fight and we make up, and oh, he cheated with her, but he back at my house, and see, we taking family photos, and this is my man, and that Tubi movie shit, that ghetto shit, that oh, I wound up another woman. Like, it's so many toxicness in love. It's so much, so much toxicity in love is crazy. Where what people call love. So, you know, to save yourself the trouble and sleep better at night, trust and believe, because I've been in toxic relationships. I've been in toxic situationships and flings and been desperate, been stuck on stupid, been toxic and abusive myself towards love, partners and things like that, the cheating and all of that. I've been through all of that. And that stuff is it's peace snatching. It snatches your peace. It fucks with your self-esteem. Your soul is not at ease with relationships like that. You lose yourself in that type of shit. Some people lose their lives in these type of relationships. So that's why I stress so many times. It's not me trying to like come down on anybody, but the desperation for love is ridiculous, because a real love comes with ease. You don't gotta perform and do all this extra shit and put up with all this shit that y'all be putting up with. You don't have to. You just don't. You do not have to. And I say this, like, I know this firsthand. The more you value yourself, because I can go back in time where I did not fucking value myself. I didn't even know what that looked like. I put up with so much shit that I didn't even have to. Moving forward, any ounce of bullshit, I'm out. I'm good. I'm not entertaining this anymore. Like, no, I'm not. You don't like me that much. Fuck you. Bye. Good. We're hope you find what you're looking for. I'm not doing it. You're not doing it to me. The more you value yourself, you're not going to put up with the shit. I promise you. But if you don't, and you value having a partner, even if that partner ain't really a partner to you, you're technically still single, dealing with somebody that doesn't respect you. So what's the point of the chase? That person's not all of that. I promise you they're not. Because if they were like really all of that, they would be treating you right. Desperation and lack of self-worth is the number one thing why people put up with the shit that they put up with. And then sometimes people try to use, oh, well, I have to survive, I don't have anything. No, your God, the universe, source, God, whatever, will make a way for you. You're not stuck, you're not obligated. That's just an excuse because you've grown comfortable in some bullshit. Trust me, I know, like, I've been there, like, I know, and I understand, like, that shit's not easy. But the more you value yourself, you're not gonna let people treat you. You're not gonna let nobody play in your face anymore. I promise you, you won't. You just won't. The more comfortable you become with things not working out, that's not for you. Just like, okay, I'm not gonna stress that shit. Like, I'm too powerful. I'm too great. I'm too lovable to fuck around and play around with myself and let somebody else play around and fuck around with me. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, you just got to get to that point. Like, I'm not that desperate. I don't care what somebody's telling you. Oh, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too old, or you're never gonna find anyone, or oh, everybody else is married but you, everybody else got kids but you. Like, I don't care what the fuck it looks like. That's not worth you saying, oh, well, I'm gonna settle for this. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. That person is not that special. I promise you. It's okay to love somebody, but you have to love yourself more. And that's one of the hardest things to say is like you love a person, but they're not treating you right. But when you think you love somebody, or you may genuinely love them enough, how I know you don't value yourself is that you'll put that person's needs and whatever their desires, their demands above what you deserve. And you'll make excuses. Oh, they're just wounded. They had a hard childhood. And that shit could be true, but what the fuck that got to do with how they treating you? Why do you deserve that? Who made you the punching bag for them? Emotionally, energetically, and maybe physically. Who put you in that position? Why are you there? No. Mm-mm. I mean, I pray. I really do. I pray that these messages don't just be going in one ear out the other. Like, somebody takes heed to it, because it's very frustrating. I mean, I must admit, because I really, I don't understand. You know, I don't understand it, but I know that trauma and, you know, sometimes that really fucks with a person's self esteem. I know because I've been there, and it's a work in progress. You know how many times I've been back and forth with someone for like almost a decade of my youth, going back and forth with somebody that used to beat on me, used to cheat on me, used to call me stupid, play games with me, like really cruel, sick games, and like just psychological fuck up shit to make you not even really want to trust nobody ever again. Like, you just don't. The lack of worth I have for myself. I thought like, oh, I have to perform. I got to be this for this person. Oh, when they call, I better not miss a call because he'll cuss me out. He'll call me stupid. He'll threaten to invite another B word over, quote unquote. Oh, it's all good. Like, one time I missed his call. Like, I was supposed to meet up with him or whatever. This was a long time ago. This was probably before I was even of the age. I think I was still like in my teens. And he was like, oh, F you. I already got another B over here anyway. And hung up on my face. Sometimes he would be so cruel. He would call me from private numbers. I wouldn't know how to call him back. Like, he was a sick person. He was really sick. And I think that relationship, because I can't say that I've experienced that type of relationship with anyone in my family, except for one family member, one per, parental figure I could say was psychologically abusive towards me and my siblings, did a number. So that was kind of a program that I had taken in, that I had to perform, and I had to be careful. I had to mince my words. I had to walk on eggshells, around this family member. So when I got in relationships, I noticed I attracted and was attracted to abusive men. Because I didn't know what self worth. I just didn't know what that was. I didn't know what self worth even meant. That was not something that was taught to me. I wasn't taught to value myself or see myself as something, as a divine prize. Church kind of helped me with that, but even then, I didn't believe it. I didn't have anyone to counsel me and talk to me and tell me that I was worthy. that my identity was not shaped around what the world saw and thought of me, or what another man or a boy, at that time I was young, what boys thought about me and what they wanted and what they thought, that my worth was not placed in that. My worth was already ordained before I even became a physical vessel. So no one can take that from me. So I didn't need to perform to be loved, because I was already born in love. I was already born and created out of love before I even became in my mother's womb. I was already loved and worthy. So I didn't need to seek validation from a man, or from a, at the time, young man. I didn't need to do that. And I didn't understand that. That was not a concept that I was taught. So I sought value through them. Oh, let me dress like this, and let me do my hair like this, and let me not do too much of this, and let me talk and walk like this. Let me lay down on my back when they want me to, even if I didn't want to, certain things like that. Walking, playing around with me, talking to other girls in my face, and oh, I'll talk to you when I want to, and me waiting by the phone crying and depressed, and what's wrong with me, and self-esteem down the drain, just dumb shit. So firsthand, I could say, anybody that's putting up with an abusive relationship, you do not value yourself. That's just what it is. You don't value yourself enough, you know? So, yeah. You guys like, a tarot reader that tickles your ears and tells you what you want to hear, y'all. There's plenty of channels for that. But I'm not gonna do that. We're not doing that here. We're not. But at the end of the day, you have free will. I just lay the messages out. You do what you will with it. And that is it. And that is all. I hope that resonates. I hope that helps somebody. Lost a little bit of engagement, but hey, I'm not telling you to stay with that dude. He's your twin flame, and you're gonna be together in the end. I know that sells. I know that gets a lot of views, a lot of money. I wish y'all well on that. Be blessed, be safe out there, y'all. Until the next one. Peace.